Hi, this is Tom Malloy. I'm doing a two-part video series on screenwriting and some amateur mistakes that beginning screenwriters make. Here we go. Hi, this is Tom Malloy. I've raised over $25 million for financing films. I've produced at the time of this video 16 movies. I've written 30 plus screenplays, options sold or made into movies 24 of those screenplays, and I've starred in a bunch of movies. So I'm an encyclopedia on filmmaking. Okay, this video is the first of two videos on screenwriting and some mistakes that amateurs make. One of them, I really want to focus on one in this first video, which I get a lot, which is someone, convinces me to read their screenplay and then says, okay, we need you to sign an NDA. Now, I will say that signing an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, is not something that happens on any professional level. Okay? It's assumed on the professional level that you are a professional and that you've gone through the necessary steps. And the key is, the reason people are sending these NDAs is they think someone's going to steal their idea and steal their script. Not realizing that with email, there's date and time stamps and all kinds of evidence as far as, when you sent it and who you sent it to and all that stuff. So stealing a script is kind of a thing that people have in their heads. And funny enough, I have found that the people that are most cautious, I would say, as far as getting their script stolen are not professional writers. In their mind, they believe they have this incredible idea or this incredible script, so they don't want anybody to steal it because it's so, they just want to hoard it and hold on to it. And I have found that the opposite is true, is getting your screenplay out to as many people as possible is the way to get it going. But at the same time, I will say this. In the history of people submitting their NDAs or asking me to sign an NDA, my response is usually like, no, I don't do that. And I'd say 95% of those times, they just go, okay, great, I'll just send it anyway. So I wonder why they asked me in the first place. The other 5% I don't hear from again. I looked at some of these NDAs in the past just for fun, just to kind of see what they were. One of them specifically was about, he or she was submitting me a basketball themed movie. The NDA actually had language in there that said if I ever made a movie about basketball again, basically they could sue me. So of course I wasn't going to sign that. That's ridiculous. And anybody on a professional level too is not kind of going, all right, let me just read screenplays so I can get some ideas. They have their own ideas that they're developing and all that. So I don't believe I've ever signed one, but every single time that's happened first and then I read the script, and I'm across the boards, unfortunately, the script was not that good at all. It was garbage. And I look back on it and I think, again, there's something that goes along with, it's one of two things. One, they just think their screenplay is amazing and it's gonna, they've never actually read a good screenplay, which is, you want to get good at writing screenplays, start reading some of the best screenplays of all time. That's what you should be doing, reading first. I get a kick out of the people that says, well, I have an idea, so I wrote a screenplay. That's exactly like saying, well, I saw open heart surgery once, so I'm going to be a surgeon now and I'm going to do the open heart surgery. You need to read. You need to read screenplays and see how they're put together. The other aspect of it is maybe they're just so new and so green, they don't know what it takes to write a great screenplay. So they feel that, oh, an NDA, that's what a common thing is. And so they haven't been out in the professional businesses of selling screenplays, and that's where it comes from. So here's what I'll just say to you. Don't ever do this. You are basically putting an obstacle in the way. You talk myself or somebody else into reading your screenplay, somebody way bigger than me, you finally get them, and then you go, okay, I'm just going to put a little roadblock in front of it. Don't do it, okay? Again, these days, there's so many ways to track and truly understand this on a professional level. For a producer that has a studio or whatever, or a monster agency, it is much easier for them to pay you as the writer, who's probably not WGA, and get away with, paying that amount of money for the screenplay and using you as a future resource. So trust me, and I mean, that's the way I would feel too. If somebody submitted me a script and I read it and it was amazing, I'd be like, oh my God, I want to work with this guy or this gal as much as I can. They are a talent. So that's what they're looking for. They're actually most likely looking to develop. And I'd say the times when things were stolen, a lot of times if you read a little bit more, there was confusion and somebody took over for somebody else and they picked up the screenplay and they produced it and stuff happened. But the saying kind of goes, why would a studio want to risk $100 million lawsuit versus paying you $100,000 for your screenplay and being able to use you as a resource for the future? So bottom line is, don't do the NDA. If you want more videos on filmmaking, check out the link below. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.